Hello, Leeds United fans. Salvation, rejoice. Victor Orta has been sacked by Andrea Radrizzani. Now, I'm not clapping for Victor Orta. I'm not clapping for how long this has taken. I am clapping because this is the first process in moving Leeds United to a new dawn, a new era. Getting rid of Victor Orta is a massive step in the right direction when it comes to PR. So Radrizzani's done a good job there. It's also a shock that this has taken so long. The amount, the magnitude, the files of failures that this guy has had on his record is it's staggering. It is, and this should have happened a long time ago. It hasn't. It's eventually happened now. This is the best thing that's happened to Leeds United in a long time. Victor Orta has a skill in finding youth players. He has a skill in finding talent. He probably has a skill in finding sell-on value later on down the line. However, what he hasn't got a skill in my opinion, is building a squad in the short term, is building a squad to really find the best parts of a team and sort of amplify those parts and bring in the right players at the right time. He has really struggled in doing that. Short-term planning is not one of his strengths whatsoever. He constantly thinks long-term, and for Leeds United in the predicament they have been in now for the best part of 2.5 years, Victor Orta has been a serious problem when it's come to this club. Victor Orta, in my opinion, is going to be the reason Leeds United get relegated. His complete undying loyalty to Jesse Marsch for such a long period of time, for me, is a huge contributing factor as to why Leeds are where they are. But I'm not just solely blaming Jesse Marsch there, because Victor Orta built the squad for him. And once again, he didn't build the squad with enough vigour when it came to quality on the pitch, when it came to players not getting as many injuries as we needed them not to get, and reliability and dependability of some players. The reliability on a lot of the promotion boys, which has been staggering to say Leeds are still relying on them in 2023, is something that is a failure down to him. Contracts that have been given, year extensions that have been given, a massive lawsuit that was lost for Jean-Kevin Augustin is down to him. The club have lost millions because of Victor Orta, a £25 million player that Leeds United brought in for Marcelo Bielsa, who is now on loan at Fulham in Dan James. Brendan Aronson, 30 million quid. That hasn't paid back whatsoever. Everything is wanted by Victor Orta due to a sell-on value. Sell on, making money further down the line. But you need to be a proper club. You need to have everything in order. You need to be stable in the division that you're in, the top division in world football, the Premier League. We were never stable. And what we've continuously done is look to buy players and sell them on for big value. You need to get your house, you need to get the cards in order before doing this. Leeds haven't done that. As I say, it's all about the long term. It's never about the short term, and that's been my big problem with Victor Orta. A classic example was bringing in Jorginho Rutter, a 19-year-old Hoffenheim winger, in January, when Leeds United could have gone out and got Yukores, they could have gone out and got Danny Ings, they could have gone out and got whoever for the short term, plug in the gap, and who knows, you still could have got value back on those players. Maybe not, definitely Yukores. This is where Leeds are right now. Now, this has happened way too late. The Sam Allardyce appointment will be too late. We all know that. Sorting the defence out with 4 games to go isn't going to keep Leeds in the Premier League. However, what they've done now is a step in the right direction, a step toward the future. And the fact that Radrizzani has kept him in for this period of time is slightly worrying to me. I do think Radrizzani will still remain owner of Leeds United when Leeds do go down, because I think he will want to revitalise. He will want to make some of that money back via parachute payments, player sales. But he has got to get this next appointment as director of football right, because for me, it shows that Radrizzani isn't clued up on many bits when it comes to football. Hence why he gave so much power to Victor Orta, because Radrizzani wanted to put him as the responsible custodian of the club. And some may say that there was too much responsibility on Victor Orta. I probably would agree with that. But unfortunately, the litmus test for Victor Orta was when he was at Borough. He got it wrong. He got it massively wrong. players like Negredo, players, you know, who were top operators, but they came in, and Victor Orta was a constant individual who wanted the Hollywood signing. He wanted that Hollywood signing that would almost showcase his abilities. You don't always need that. You know, you need to assemble a team, as I've mentioned several times, that is going to be good for you in the short term. He didn't do that. He failed at his objectives, and this is why, in my opinion, Leeds are where they are. He deserves to be sacked. He deserved to be sacked a long time ago. That's why I'm not over the moon with this. But going into the future and preparing for Leeds United's hopeful promotion. You know, some of you guys are, fair play to you, still think that Leeds are going to remain in the Premier League. I love that optimism, but I'm not of that. I think we've left it way too late. The club is a shambles at the minute. He unfortunately seems to have been a little bit of a lightning rod for a lot of Leeds fans as well, shushing the fans, which is completely diabolical and disrespectful. A lot of people have said, yeah, but if you give it to someone, you should be able to take it. No, that's not how it works. It's not how it works when you're in a professional capacity and those people are paying your wage. You don't go around shushing and saying you wouldn't be where you are if it wasn't for me. That is someone whose ego has ran away with him. And for me, it's a top decision that Leeds have got rid of him. It's too late, but this next director of football, or whoever this is going to be, you know, the guy who comes in and is looking at the next set of players, needs to have a completely different outlook, different objectives when it comes to Leeds in the short term for me, because the short term, long term is important, but as I've said numerous times, the short term is as important when getting your cards in order, when getting your house in order, and Leeds United simply have to get this right. They have to get this right if they want to bounce back. Radrizzani has to be good with his money, but this is a good step in the right direction. Is there influence from the 49ers? Highly likely, but, you know, there's so many moving parts which we don't know, but this is a big moving part and a big plus for Leeds United. Guys, let me know what you think about Victor Orta being sacked in the comment section below. Fascinated to hear what you think.